signing off 2024 with a big win at the tribunal. Now, this appeal is in relation to a refusal for a child visa based on the health criteria. The child was diagnosed with severe autism spectrum disorder. Now, this is really tricky when it comes to calculating the cost from a migration perspective. The medical officer actually calculated costs in excess of $1 million. Now, for child visas, there are health waivers, and in this instance, it was refused at the case officer level. We were engaged to assist this applicant at the appeal. We argued compelling and compassionate circumstances. The tribunal member was satisfied with our arguments, and the case was remitted with a direction to waive the health criteria for this child. Absolutely life-changing and an amazing way for us to finish off 2024. 3 things you need to know if you want to make an expression of interest to be invited for a visa here in Australia. Now, this applies to the 189 visa, the 190 visa, and the 491. I won't talk about the 188 because there's no allocation for that this financial year. So first of all, you must have a valid skills assessment in an eligible occupation. That will determine which visa subclass that you can apply for. Second of all, you must meet the minimum English requirements. This is competent English, which is equivalent to 6 each in IELTS. This may change depending on your occupation. There may be English requirements for your skills assessment. And last of all, lodging an expression of interest does not guarantee an invitation. You'll look online and you'll think, oh, I'm eligible, I can get an invitation. But this is where the strategy plays a big part. There's certain visa subclasses and different states that you can apply to, which will increase your chances of getting an invitation. Someone sent me this question the other day, so I thought I'd make a video so everyone can be informed. And if you have any questions about Australian immigration, drop it in the comments below and I'll get around to making videos about them. So if you're lodging a 482 visa and you have a partner, you do not need to add them at the time of application. You'll need to declare them, and you'll declare them as a non-migrating dependent on the application. You can always add your partner to the application later. Even after your 482 visa is granted, you come to Australia, you work for a bit, you can add your partner as a subsequent entrant on your 482 visa later. This goes for other dependents such as your children as well. And remember, the 482 visa is now called the Skills in Demand visa, and there's many new occupations that have been added to the list. Student visa cancellations. I must say that I've seen more and more of these cases over the past couple of months. So this person had been in Australia for the past 5 years on a student visa. They left the country, was interrogated in Singapore, then sent back to their home country. 2 weeks later, they got a letter from the Department of Home Affairs cancelling their student visa. So now they are stuck offshore. Now, obviously, I don't have a copy of that cancellation notice. I don't know exactly the grounds for cancellation. There probably is a ban on there, but again, I'm speculating based on the information provided. I would say at this point, any temporary visa to Australia, a 482, a student visa, would not be granted if they tried to apply for it. But sometimes, depending on the grounds it was cancelled on, they can still apply for permanent visas if they are invited. So for example, the 491 or the 190. So if this happens to you, it's very important to get the right legal advice so that you can still plan your future.